What's up, guys? This is your boy, the average gamer 98 over here, back with another video for Injustice 2 Mobile. And in this video, we are gonna look at a lot of things, a lot of one-shots over here. This is gonna be a long video. I have sped up the video a bit in the way like the gameplay is kind of sped up. But we are gonna look at one-shots, we're gonna look at rewards, we're gonna look at fails, we're gonna look at strategies. We're gonna have some fun, we're gonna enjoy, and that's what we are gonna do. So let's get the party started right now. And the first battle is against boss Multiverse Armor Supergirl. Nope, Multiverse Supergirl alone. So MVSG, and the team that I'm using is going with the Heartbreaker Harley Quinn team. And you guys might say, hey, that's overkill. I agree. I do agree that it's an overkill, but what I wanted to test out here is, what if I use the Batarangs instead of the Dark Metal Cards artifact on Heartbreaker Harley Quinn? Because I'm going to get one more fast attack and I'm going to do, more damage as well, with the damage going behind the scenes. So that's what I wanted to test out here. Instead of the Dark Metal Cards artifact, let's use the Batarangs and see how much time it usually takes. So it's easier to do a one-shot with the Dark Metal Cards, or it's easier to do a one-shot with, obviously the Batarangs. So that's what I'm kind of testing here, and a lot of lag in the gameplay initially, a lot of lag in the gameplay, so that did cost, some time. Doing an SP1 from Raven, tagging in and tagging Poison Ivy, again tagging in Raven, doing an SP1. Now I'm, maintaining the stacks basically of darkness. That's the strategy over here. Dashing back a bit. Here we go. We have 4 stacks of darkness. Now we are with the final 5 stacks of darkness, and I am getting the critical hit area as well, which means I'm now critting. But the damage that I'm seeing here, to be honest, the damage that I'm seeing here is far lesser compared to what we can see from the Dark Metal Cards artifact. So if I had the Dark Metal Cards artifact, boom, I got frozen there. So let's stop the video a bit and let's look at the damage. We are seeing a 14 million damage. But I remember when I had the Dark Metal Cards artifact on Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, I was doing way more. I think I did a 77 million damage as well there. So definitely it's worth to be noted that if you want to one-shot faster, and if you want to use a free artifact as well, which has damage potential more than the Batarangs, definitely this is the way to go. It's better to use the Batarangs compared to using it's better to use the Dark Metal Cards compared to using the Batarangs. So that's about it, but pretty easy pip, to be honest here. Just stacking in the darkness a bit again, because I lost the stacks of darkness with horrible tag-ins and horrible lag as well. But I know this is gonna be an easy one shot at the end of the day, so obviously I didn't bother much, to be honest. So there I go, I do stun, and we are not doing a lot of damage, but we will be able to finish it off. One more darkness, stack of darkness, and an advanced tag in there, stun with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, and that's it, guys. That's it. So pretty easy pip, to be honest, pretty easy pip. But what we went ahead to find out what was our target in the beginning of the battle is to see whether Batarangs is better or Dark Metal Cards artifact is better. Dark Metal Cards is way better, way better. So thumbs up to Dark Metal Cards artifact. Is even free as well. So let's look at the rewards. We get Predator Batman and an Elf Metal Armor. It's not a bad reward, guys. It's a okay reward. I have the max, so that's a different scenario altogether. But from a reward perspective, it's a decent reward. It's not that bad getting like Primal Swamp Thing, Legendary Primal Swamp Thing. So the next pip out here is something that I was kind of testing, to be honest. So what I was testing is, without Power Girl, without any, power reduction characters, let's throw in Mr. Freeze with, Deathstroke. So the reason why I'm doing this was I ended up using, King of Atlantis Aquaman with Batman Who Laughs. And I was getting around 1 billion damage. I don't have that pip here, but I was getting just over 1 billion damage, which is what I do as well with, Batman Who Laughs as well as Deathstroke. So definitely I wanted to, change things around a bit, because otherwise it gets a bit boring, no doubt about it. But interestingly, I didn't have, the Norris Snow Globe on Deathstroke. And the reason why I didn't have is I wanted to see an attack boost for Mr. Freeze, so that Mr. Freeze does a good amount of damage with the Beta Club on. So this team is going to work better in On-Ice Solo Raids, which is the next Solo Raids as far as I know, because there you have to equip the Norris Snow Globe and you're going to get an advantage because the Norris Snow Globe is going to give you an attack bonus as well as health bonus, and that obviously is going to boost, you know, the beta club as well. So with that aspect in mind, and here I wanted to see, like, once I do the SP2s from, you know, Deathstroke, let's get Deathstroke knocked out and let's see how much Mr. Freeze is able to do. So we are doing just SP2s in the very beginning. 66 million health is getting reduced, 50 odd million. So it's gonna do 31%. So if you do, to be honest, if you do all the SP2s from Deathstroke, you're gonna do 31% damage, and that's what I have done already. And now comes in Mr. Freeze with a lot of lag and a lot of, you know, mistimed swipes in the air. Finally, an SP2 with around 1.5 minutes left. Finally, she's frozen. And let's look at the dot, guys. We're getting 1.7 million dot, and that's not a crit hit, by the way. Although it's showing a crit, it's not actually a crit. It's not actually a crit. Here is the crit. It's a 6.5 million damage. It's a 6.5 million damage is what we're getting. So the final damage output that we are gonna see and, you know, evaluate whether it was worth it or not. So let's look at the final damage here, because the gameplay is pretty straightforward. So we started off with full health, and if you do 31% of, you know, boss's health, you're gonna get around, you know, 570 million, which leaves around 380 million over here. So 350, 360 million is the amount of damage that I did with Mr. Freeze. So the question is it worth it? Is it worth it to use this? I don't think so, because ideally Mr. Freeze can do, you know, around 700 million with the amount of artifacts that I have. Our Dark Metal cards at level 6, Batarangs at, you know, level 6 as well. So definitely it's better to have, you know, them as a separate team. That is the Mr. Freeze team as a separate team, which is going to do more amount of damage. Was a fun test. Not worth it is what, you know, I conclude at the end of the day. So there I said it, end of the day again. So here going on against, here I'm going against boss Blue Beetle, and going with a very straightforward team, you know, nothing fancy over here, except for the fact that Blue Beetle, you know, has an hazard which comes in, which has some dot damage effect, which is okay. I mean, like you see a dot damage over time basically effect, but that's okay. I mean, it's not very, you know, big of a deal. And there we go, we do an SP1. I tried some advanced tag in there, and I failed quite a lot of times, to be honest, because I was playing on a different phone. I was playing from LG G8X, which lags a lot, by the way. It has a dual screen. It's a good phone to have. It's a funny phone to have, but yeah, it lags quite a lot. So I might show some gameplay with the dual screen. What do you think, guys? I might show some gameplay with the dual screen, controller on the other screen. Might be an interesting video, might make up for an interesting video. Let's see. We might have that interesting content. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, hit the subscribe button. We are going to see some interesting content there as well. So tagging in Raven, doing an SP1, missing the advanced tag in. It's like, guys, it's like, and it's weird. I mean, this dot, that hazard that's there, it's kind of weird. It looks like, you know, like a beetle, but it's okay. And there goes my King of Atlantis Aquaman, resting in peace. But we were able to finish off Blue Beetle with a lot of time left. So, a lot of time left, 1.95 million damage, billion damage rather. Let's look at the rewards. Let's look at the rewards. What is this Cinco de Mayo celebration, a gift? This a gift has no sense, because you get a Blue Beetle, and while you get Blue Beetle, you actually don't get anything. Blue Beetle is a good character. If you have Warsuit, it will do some damage, but you won't be able to do anything. Don't go by the accent, guys. I'm not mimicking anyone. It's just a different accent. That's about it. Yeah, you should remember that this is just a different accent, nothing else. Let's move on to the next part of the video. We got the grid. We are connected now, guys. Definitely connected. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, you are not connected to me. Alright, let's move forward in this gameplay. So we are moving forward with the gameplay, and I don't know, guys, I'm connecting back after a long time with the video. So yeah, so this was another pip here with Batman Ninja Color Rod, Black Manta, and Black Manta with Brainiac as well. This is gonna grant me, you know, a lot of, you know, lethal chance and lethal damage as well. And this was a good team to face against, you know, Boss Superman, because Boss Superman is immune to dots, so that means using of the Batarangs becomes essential as well. So it definitely helps out a lot, and ideally, like, you can possibly one-shot with Raven and, you know, Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd. No, not really, not really Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, but with Brainiac and Black Manta. Possibly if you try it well with Sword of Sin, because that's gonna help you prevent the power from getting generated. You're gonna power drain the opponent continuously, and that's required because if he does an SP1, all the negative effects applied, like heal block and everything, like even the darkness, is gonna get removed. So it's essential that if you use Raven, have her rather with some power draining effect artifact, which is the Sword of Sin, or the Sword of Salvation. But also you can have a Raven power stealing continuously with the SP1 usage. So that's how it's gonna work, and it's a pretty straightforward pip here because he's stunnable. So once you get into the groove, it's basically just doing SP3 and a basic hit combo, and pretty easy straightforward battle, which yielded, let's look at the damage, what we were able to do with a 4-star Black Manta and all high level artifacts as well. So we were able to finish off Superman with some time left, yes, with 13 seconds left. And that's about it. So 200 odd million damage with Black Manta, which is a good thing against boss Superman. So let's look at the next pip. This was a pretty straightforward pip, and again, Heartbreaker Harley Quinn with Raven. Favorite team. This is a team that I kind of invented in a way, because those of you are not aware, this is the first time anybody used this team was by Trident Gaming, and like I kind of informed Trident Gaming that hey, test this team out, because I didn't have Raven at that point of time. And so yeah, I think I'm still the original inventor of this team. But yeah, jokes apart and facts apart rather. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward battle here, and it's easy, much easy. And here you get a comparison as well, because I'm using the Dark Metal Cards artifact on Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, and I have a Sword of Sin as well, which means like my attack stat is kind of reduced as well, but the amount of damage that I was able to do is far superior and much faster. Like you can see here, if we pause the video a bit, I'm getting like I think a 97 million damage, which is ridiculous, guys, and it just like literally destroys 80-90% of the boss's health just like that. And it's basically just 2 stuns. You just need to stun twice. With 1 stack of 5 stacks of darkness, you are just able to reduce the full health. So yeah, definitely Dark Metal Class artifact is much superior, and this is another proof of that. I was about to say poof of that. Here we go, guys, with some fail pip out there. Yes, you guys are gonna know why this is a fail pip pretty fast. So I had an interesting strategy. I wanted to test Nightwing with the Batarangs and see how much damage I'm able to do, but I chose a wrong boss. I definitely chose a wrong boss, and there is no damage, literally no damage. And I was literally foolish to do this. It was literally very stupid of me to even try this out, because I'm not getting any boost for Nightwing. Nightwing doesn't get any boost. So ideally, Batarangs is going to work well if you have some boost. So Batarangs is going to work well with, Batman Ninja team, the Black Manta team, King of Atlantis Aquaman team, even with, Mr. Freeze as well. But Nightwing, of all the characters, doesn't get any advantage, and it decides to rest in peace. And this is definitely what I deserved for trying a very stupid team out there with stupid artifacts. Man, it's ridiculous. So with that being said, I decided to do something very interesting in this particular game, and that is, once the super move was done, I decided to click on the top and decided to quit the battle, because that's what winners do. They quit when they know it's not worth it. There, I said it, guys. Mark it. The Average Gamer 98, 2022, May 5th. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This is your boy, the Average Gamer 98 over here, signing off. You guys take care, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.